to a new episode of the Pre-Praise Report. I'm your host, Bre Hargrove-Seta. This morning we'll be sitting down with Miss Leticia, the director of the First Lady Paula Hargrove Educational Center. We'll be going over the new changes of the daycare center and where she was back when she first started. Please stay tuned for our interview. Don't forget, every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. is our virtual youth Bible study. You can find the link on the CCU website page or the Youth Ministry Facebook page. Also, don't forget that every Wednesday at 7 p.m. is our adult Bible study. You can find the link also on Facebook. October 29th, the Youth Ministry is having a Harvest movie night. For more information, stay tuned to our Facebook page. All right, CCU, it's now time to meet our guest this morning, the director of CCU Daycare, now known as First Lady Paula Hargrove Educational Center, Miss Leticia. Thank you so much, Miss Leticia, for joining us this morning on the Pre-Praise Report.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's get down to it. Most people here don't know you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Leticia Smythe, and I am the director for First Lady Paula A. Hargrove Educational Center, known as CCU Daycare Center.
Good.
Before.
Excellent. And I used to work at the CCU Daycare a long time ago. And I know when I started, you weren't the director. What age group did you teach back then?
I started with pre-K.
Okay.
After that, I went to the 2-year-old.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
a tough age to deal with.
yeah, a handful.
Uh-huh.
But it was interesting, and it was rewarding.
Okay. And then after you taught, you obviously became the director. How long have you been director there now?
5 years now.
Wow. So you've been there for 5 years. And do you remember how it was back then? The daycare was, I know it was obviously a lot busier than it is now.
Yes, the daycare was full. I think the numbers were maybe like 80 kids between before and after care and daycare. We had kids from 2.5 years till 11. The daycare had from 2.5 to 5, and then we have the before and after care, serving schools number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6.
How long were you teaching before you became a director?
Well, at CCU, I was teaching about 6-7 months.
Okay.
But before CCU, I worked at MLK.
Okay.
And then I got the job at CCU.
So you've been in childcare for a long time, I'm guessing.
Not a long time. Really, I started at MLK about 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. I think that's a long time to be in childcare.
Not for me.
You have to have a very special heart to deal with kids for that long, I'm telling you. I was doing it for a little while, and I was like, okay. Once I had my own kids, it was like, all right, I didn't have the patience for it anymore, but you definitely have a good heart to be able to deal with the kids like that.
Yes. I have teachers that have been in daycare like 20, 25 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
And they still have that same enthusiasm. Every day they have something new to do. Even though right now we only have the before and after care. I have a teacher named Miss Alberta. She always has some. Miss Alberta is still there.
Listen.
She every day she has something to do with her kids.
The Lord has blessed them with patience that a lot of us don't have. Trust. Because the kids, I just think 2 and 3 are like the most difficult age. For me personally, I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
They are a lot, but when you try to give them the love and kids know when you are genuine. So they will gravitate towards you, and when you really talk to them, they will listen. You don't have to be hollering.
I know. You guys definitely have a way to redirecting the kids. I've seen it because, like I mentioned, I've worked in childcare, and I worked with Miss Leticia, and she has a way to redirect kids in such a loving way. is a gift, definitely.
Thank you.
So you're obviously director now. We know the pandemic is going on now. What are some of the changes that's happened at the daycare because of the pandemic?
Well, the daycare, the actual daycare area is closed at the moment.
Okay.
Right now, we are just offering the before and after care program.
Okay.
During last year, when we opened up again in July, where we started with the summer camp, just a few kids because the state had regulations about quantity and distance and mask and everything going on with the pandemic.
Right.
So after summer, we tried the before and after care because the community have a lot of kids going to school.
Right.
So we needed to offer the service. At the beginning, with the pandemic, we were only doing like an access center.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that the kids that were in school will come to our center with their computers, their homework, everything, and they would spend the day there with us, but connected to their teachers.
Okay.
At the public school.
Okay. So are you guys still taking new students now, or is enrollment closed?
Well, right now we have a few spots.
Okay.
Not a whole bunch, but just for the before and after.
Okay. And what's the age groups for before and after?
As soon as they're in public school, we accept them.
Okay, so I'm guessing
it can be 3, 4, because we have students that are 4 years old in pre-K.
Okay.
We also have students that are 3-year-old, but in the special education system in the public school. So we just accept them. We don't accept them because they're 3 years old.
Right, right. It's a lot of restrictions now because of COVID.
Exactly.
It's just a lot. I can't wait for all this to be over with. Is there anything else you want to tell our viewers about the First Lady Paula Hargrove Educational Center?
Well, First Lady Paula A. Hargrove Educational Center, formerly known as CCU Daycare, has been in the community for a long time, way before my time. I have teachers that been here from before I started to work there, and we just try to help the kids. Our before and after care program take the kids to the school. Parents bring them between 6 and 8 in the morning. We drop them off at the different schools in the area. We pick them back up from school. And when they come, well, they do their homeworks. Some of them will know that we have the technologies and phones and things. Kids like to bring their phones.
Right.
We try to limit that time.
Okay.
But usually the first thing they do is their homework.
Okay.
So I think they're happy coming to us.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, you guys are definitely loving and patient with a lot of the kids, and that's what this generation needs.
And the parents feel comfortable with us.
And that's how it should be.
That's important.
That's very important. So say someone wanted to enroll their child. Well, who would they contact to do that? I know you said you had a couple openings left.
Yes. For the before and after, they would just have to call 856-875-1633 and dial the number 2 because that's the daycare. Then you could talk to me, and we would just do the application.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Great. All right, Miss Leticia, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Pre-Praise Report.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, we appreciate all the information you gave to us as well. Hopefully the CCU daycare can go back to the way it was after the pandemic and everything is over.
Hopefully.
All right, CCU, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Pre-Praise Report. I'll be here next week with you guys at 8:45 a.m. sharp. Let's turning over to the Sanctuary Live for our praise and worship team. Bye, y'all.